How do you break up with someone honorably? Since you guys have
Here's
done
what
it so many times.
not to
I'm just
do.
kidding.
Walk into a room that the other person's in and say, I can't do this anymore.
While you're at work.
And then
No
No.
way. That didn't happen.
No, it totally
Yeah, it did.
It totally did.
Like
yeah.
not on a weekend though, like maybe on like a Tuesday.
Yeah, on a Tuesday, but still.
Okay, hello, welcome, YA Podcast. We are on with 3 special guests / friends of mine to talk about dating. I know, all of your guys' favorite topics. You all just leaned in extra hard. I brought in some people that know a lot, but also are very honest and funny. So we're going to go around the circle, just pointing to each other. Who's funnier, actually?
I would like to know what you think before we answer that question.
Oh my.
We've known each other a lot.
We've
Shorter
known each
amount of
other
time.
a lot.
That's fair.
So if you had to take it in just like a...
I think you're really quirky.
That doesn't mean funny.
I think you're more sarcastic, understatedly funny.
Thank you.
Like The Office, look to camera.
Yeah.
Like if something weird's happening, I'm going to look to you and be like, she thinks that's weird too. But then if I need to be entertained with humor, I would go to you.
Yeah.
Is that
I
good?
agree.
Jordan, what do you think?
Yes. I've known Emily for almost, 5 years now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And I remember the very first day we met like it was yesterday.
Mhm.
Yep. And I met Chris through Emily back in the day, cafe, and he is one funny dude.
Was Emily like the seal of approval for you to marry your wife? Like if Emily disapproved of you,
Oh yeah.
was it not going to work?
Yes. Because my wife and Emily are like best friends, and
Best
I
friends.
already wasn't approved by one friend. And I'm like,
Jordan, this is
great.
amazing.
I'm 0 for 1 going in, meeting the second. So Lord, give me strength, wisdom, and a personality.
And I liked him.
You did?
Obviously, he's married to her.
Yeah.
And they're here.
Any red flags? I'm kidding.
No.
I'm just kidding.
No, he's a
Jordan,
good guy.
Joke's on you. This is a roast. I'm just kidding. Okay.
Yes.
So, guys, what do you do? How long have you worked here? And how long have you been married? Jordan, I forgot to introduce you. Jordan Halbleib is the campus pastor for the Arvada campus.
That's me.
He is married and wonderful and a good friend of mine. He's going to be answering and also co-hosting.
Can't
So
wait.
everyone buckle in.
Buckle up.
He likes to go by Jordo. I just found this out.
Jordo, Jordo.
Yeah.
Jordo.
Okay. You texted me in the third person about your name, and I was like, Brandy, is this a thing? She's like, yeah, he likes Jordo. And I was like, okay, you are a Jordo.
Jordo.
Okay. Anyway. All right, go. Now answer. Answer my question. My
Wait, what
initial.
were the questions?
I'll start and then you follow my lead.
Oh yeah, because that's how.
Oh.
Take note for
Oh,
marriage.
wow.
Oh, gosh.
Come on, go
We're
first.
starting. Okay, my
Oh,
name
gosh.
is Christopher Andrew Robe. I go by Chris. At the Austin campus, the Next Steps pastor and director of ministries, and we have been married for 10 months and 20 some days.
Aw.
Wow. Thank you for going first. So we have been married for 10 months and 20 some days. My name's Emily Lauren Robe. It is Robe, not Rube. Robe, but it's spelled like Rube. I am our worship pastor at the Austin location, and I oversee our weekend experience. So all the flow of the worship production and those types of things for both the weekend and youth. And I've been with Red Rocks. On my badge, it'll say 9 years because they don't count my intern year. But I think I pulled a double for free. So I think make it 12. You know what I mean? So.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Okay, so you're running the Austin campus basically. Like who cares about those other guys? You know?
Yeah.
They were just on. And you guys are carrying that thing. Just kidding. Super exciting. I feel like Emily, you've taught at YA, so the people kind of know you. What's like a fun fact really quick about each of you?
A fun fact?
Yes.
Ooh.
And then Jordan's going to make you play a game.
Okay. Do you have a fun fact first? I have a fun fact for you. Do you have a fun fact for me?
Yeah.
Ooh, I like
okay,
that.
so we do it that
Let's
way.
do that.
Yeah.
I feel like it feels
Do it
weirder to
that
say a fun
way.
fact about
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. He's actually a very good drummer secretly and toured with what would you call it? Ska punk
Yeah.
bands?
Yeah, ska punk bands right before it died in 2012 to 15.
That's
just had a fun
awesome.
He was
run.
not allowed to read Captain Underpants, but his parents did let him go on a ska punk tour. So that makes no sense to me to this day.
Yeah, they
I do
signed
love
for
them.
2 tattoos before I was 18, but they were like, no Captain Underpants.
Some weird lines.
That Captain Underpants guy's too far.
Wow.
Yeah.
You toured on a band.
hmm
Did you
Rock
like?
star.
What is this genre of music?
It was great. Okay, so it's like ska is reggae and punk combined.
Okay.
So very fast reggae with some horns. Very fun, silly music for sure. But in high school, just got into that. And just we hit the road running. Toured the Midwest, West Coast. And it was a great season of life for sure. But I could do it when I wasn't paying rent and
Yeah.
was just a kid.
Yeah.
So I love it.
We're
That's
going
so
to
fun.
pause the podcast right here to give all of our listeners a little insider on what it sounds like.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let me look it up on YouTube.
His bands
Oh,
are
really?
actually.
No,
His bands are actually-
What is it? What is it?
No
What is
band
it?
names. No band names.
Why?
Because they're so embarrassing and they probably cuss. It was
Ska
it was
punk.
before I was walking with Jesus. So yeah, that's a fun little vignette of my
Wow.
life. And Emily's got to witness it a little bit. But anyway, Emily's fun fact, a fun celebration is she was a superstar cheerleader in high school and won state competitions 3 years.
What?
Yeah.
Not by myself, with the
All-star.
team.
Yeah, with the team. And I've seen the footage and it's bring it on.
What?
Yeah.
Do we have videos? Like, what do we got?
There's probably some janky video on my Facebook way back in my tagged.
Can you do a cartwheel?
Yeah.
And can you do a flip?
I mean, I could if I tried to do it now. I'd probably pull every ligament in my body. But
Okay.
it's been a minute. Give me a trampoline and we're good.
So you and Jordan both were cheerleaders.
Oh yes, that's right.
It's a fun
Did you
fact.
stunt together?
Oh, gosh.
No, we
Prob-
stunted together.
We could do it together if we had someone to fly.
All right,
Yeah.
let's. No, I'm just.
What does that mean?
Are you a fly?
He says I'm not lifting her. Too heavy. I'm just kidding.
Hey,
just kidding.
Okay, sweet. Well, we're gonna throw it over to Jordo.
I think people want to know a little bit more about you two and your relationship.
Yes.
So the name of the game is He Said, She Said.
Oh, okay.
And so I need
love
you to
gossip.
pick
Keep
a
going.
number between 2 and 13 because I don't like the first question. So 2 and
Okay.
13.
Did I say it out loud?
Yep.
3.
so
Okay,
You
we're
said
going to go in the
sandwiches.
middle and do 5. If you could only watch one TV show together forever, what would it be?
Do we say it together at the same
On the-
time? Okay.
On 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Home Improvement.
Really?
No.
Yeah, we do
Wow.
watch it.
Guys, Tim.
Yes.
Tim Allen.
Tim, do it.
Ho, 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 ho.
Oh,
You
wow.
guys are like
It's
boomers.
because we are Tim and Jill. That's
Yeah.
why.
The young voice
So.
of Simba is on that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. JTT, my childhood crush.
Wow. Learning a lot
Wow.
His is
about
Sally
her today.
Field. So
Who is that?
The
Sally
Flying
Field,
Nun?
she's the mom in Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh.
Oh.
We can, let's
I'm
keep
3 years
moving.
older than him.
We don't need to get into
I'm 3
that.
years older than him. He's into older women.
We need to do a psychology.
Yeah, that's a different
It's fine.
podcast. Okay.
Okay. So
Okay. Same thing. Number between 2 and 14. That is not 5.
7.
7. If your marriage had a theme song, what would it be?
What would it be? Hold on. Give me 10 seconds to think about it.
Emily's a worship pastor and she listens to the least amount of music
Yeah, but if
than
our
anyone I know.
She
Our
strives in
marriage-
silence.
Silence. Yeah.
Our-
That's just for context.
if our marriage was a theme song.
No, if our marriage had a theme song.
Yes.
Yeah. But it's like a song
Had
that
a
already
theme song.
exists.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unless you wanted to just.
Acapella
What?
chorus.
I mean, you can take this to the next level.
I really don't know.
I don't know either.
I have it.
You stumped us.
Do it. Play it.
It's the song.
The impression
I
that I
think we
get.
picked this.
We did.
Yeah. There we
This
go.
is
Great
it.
question, Jordan. Wow.
Yeah, we'll go for
We're
that.
so in sync.
Okay,
And the
mighty,
last
mighty.
one I'm going to pick.
Okay.
I
I think it's because our music tastes are so vastly different.
Really?
But, you know.
Oh, here's one. If you had to swap roles for a day, what would be the hardest thing about living as your spouse?
That's
Yeah.
so good.
That's a good question.
I could not have all the meetings and conversations he has with people. I would be all done after like 2 of them.
Do a lot of people cry to you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of meetings, a lot of conversations. I don't know. I like your life. So I wouldn't have a hard time, I don't think.
He would have a hard time sitting still.
Yeah.
I love to chill.
Yeah,
And I
you're
feel like if he'd be like, all right, that was my 5 minutes. And
Yeah, that's tough.
like at the beach, you're digging holes.
yeah, I don't
and
think
building
Building
castles.
I don't
sandcastles,
think we
yeah.
could last in each other's brains.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't last 5 seconds in
No.
mine.
because he is like a very logical thinker and I'm a very like overthink everything. Jordan and I have bonded over this in the past because Brandy is very much like Chris
Amazing.
and I'm very much like Jordan in that way. And
Surprise,
so
I'm overthinking again.
he would be like anxiety off of Inside Out, I feel like, if he was in my brain for
Be like, why?
yeah.
Are we
And
just
vice
laying
versa,
here? Okay.
I think.
Okay. Good, guys. Why don't you, really quick, before we dive in, we have a lot of questions.
We have a lot.
Okay.
Buckle in. How did you guys meet? Give a little background.
Yeah.
I heard there was some. Just give us a little journey. Maybe
Yeah.
like a little.
Take us on
Just
a
remember
journey.
there's two sides to every story.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
And one of them will always be right.
Yeah, I'll
Yours.
give given the last question, I'll give the bullet points so we
Okay.
could get to the questions because I'm sure a lot more
Yeah,
will
yeah,
come out there.
I can't not do paragraphs, so.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In 2019, when the Red Rocks Austin campus launched, I was just a attendee learning to walk with Jesus, and Emily moved down there as worship pastor.
Mhm.
So I was trying to hit on her. I was like, she's beautiful. She's a church girl. This is, boom, life's happening pretty fast. So
Which I was kind of into because I saw him too.
yeah,
Caveat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Skater Boy. What's that Skater Boy lyric from Avril Lavigne?
He was
Uh,
a skater boy. She
he's
said,
a
see you later,
skater
boy.
Well, yeah, that did happen.
So,
He wasn't good
yeah.
enough for
I was thinking of a
her.
different lyric, but that did happen too.
Is that your theme song?
honestly,
because no, it was
Yeah.
he was a punk. She was.
She did ballet.
Ballet.
That's
Yeah.
what
I
more
kinda like-
can I
honestly,
say?
we
Yeah.
found it.
We did it, Skater Boy.
God always finds a way.
But yeah, so I was like, "Are we dating? Are we doing this?" And Emily was like, "No," and that was very wise because I was very new to my faith and figuring things out. And then a few years passed. I dated someone else. Pandemic happened, but I kept serving at the church, and we kept bumping into each other at volunteer events and weekends. And then when I joined staff at the church, we just kept reconnecting. We were seeking each other's counsel, like laughing with each other, having a good time. And then we tried to date, and it just happened too fast, too soon. Got real anxious, broke up, and then we had to work together and go to church together for 3 weeks.
Mhm.
And then we got back together and tried again and
Broke up.
because we were really anxious and overthinking it.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then for 7 months, we had to work together every single day and do church together every single day. And then after some individual time apart, our lanes kept bumping into each other at work. And then we said we need a relationship or a restraining order. So we chose relationship and
that'll
got
preach.
married.
That will preach.
And it was sick.
Yeah.
Like that whole second or third season of dating before engagement, it was like smooth.
Mm-hmm.
So we just like put in the
Wow.
work on our own separately.
Yeah.
And by the time we reconnected, yeah. And there's a lot of
Yeah.
it's
lot of-
very, very neat.
A lot of meat in between the bones, but yeah.
Yeah. But having to work in the same office every day
Dude.
and then be at church every weekend, making it happen. Yeah. It's seeing each other and working together. Quite
Yeah.
the dance.
I think that's why a lot of people don't date. Like they
Mhm.
struggle to date because
Yeah.
I mean, we're just going to skip to like question 8 because people like co-ed small groups
Mhm.
at YA, like, yeah. And then I'll get like a text like 2 months in where the whole thing is like disbanded because the one couple tried to date and then
Yeah.
they couldn't navigate the messy of what that was.
Yeah.
How did you navigate the messy? Did you like stay professional?
Yeah.
Like, what was that like?
Did you have to fake it till you made it?
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah. I
Really?
mean, and I think it came to a point, which is kind of like going around the circle and back, but I think the reason it didn't work, again, we both had a lot of personal things to work through to figure out about ourselves to be able to commit for sure. So
Yeah.
that time apart was needed. But I think one of the reasons that we didn't work out the first couple of times, and Ethan Matat preached a message on this a while back where he said, intimacy with exit doors breeds insecurity. And so I think because there were so many people in our lives that knew us both, loved us both, were very for the relationship, it was kind of like okay, this either has to happen or it has to end really well because our
Yeah.
lives are already so intertwined that was really scary.
Yeah.
And so I think we never fully committed.
Uh,
And so therefore there was a lot of insecurity. But then I think when coming back around and navigating that season, I think we didn't always do it right.
mm.
I think I knew and he knew, and we said this early on, that, okay, all I have to do is trust myself to be mature and be an adult about this if it goes wrong.
Yeah.
Like, I'm only in control of me. I'm not in control of what he does, but I can be in control of me, and I can act maturely. And it doesn't mean I'm not going to feel certain things. And had plenty of therapy sessions where my therapist had to be like, hey, you're getting upset with him in these conversations because you're having conversations with him wanting a different response than you would from like Doug, Ethan, or Ryan. Like, you're not wanting something emotionally from them, obviously, that you're wanting from him. And then when he doesn't give that to you, now you're upset. So it was a challenge to like, hey, only have conversations with him as long as you would any other coworker. And so I had to put a lot of internal boundaries, but I'm like, it very much is a choice to decide that. And there are days where you do have to like fake it because you just have to, or you lose your job. You know what I mean? It's not worth. Yeah.
I agree. And the people who attend our church are in the young adult age range, right? Like 20s, early 30s. And we talk a lot about that, the internal boundary, but even the respectful spatial boundary to just honor the other person. So when I'd see Emily coming down the hallway, I would just kind of give her that space without inserting myself into her environment. Or I just extract myself because I was like, I'm not mature enough to handle a conversation right now. Or I don't, I was feeling tense in that moment or that day. And so I would remove myself and go find some other friends or stay busy in another part of the building. But we were still here. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So it's doable.
It's doable, but it very much is like a choice,
Yes,
It's a choice. And I think you have to choose in making that choice for you to not only be reactive to what the other person does if they have not made that choice, which thankfully we both made that choice. But I know there's people in situations where you might be choosing maturity and the other person's not.
Yeah.
And then you think, well, then that gives me a right to act a fool too. And it's like, well, no, it doesn't actually,
Oh, totally. You go.
I want to ask a follow-up question because both of you touched on this almost like seeking counsel or hanging out with friends when you're not feeling the talk or whatever. You can really stay in each other's presence. Yeah. I think a lot of the people who are listening either have a desire to be in a relationship or are in a relationships and know that like things can get rocky at times. How did you guys like navigate who your people were to talk to? How did you filter who you confided in, who you let speak into your relationship? Because I know that sometimes we get more opinions and voices than we want. So how did that play a factor into your like break up, back together, break up, back together?
Well, and I think it depends on what you're looking for in the moment too, right? Like I have friends who are single that are awesome and they're great for comfort, right? And if I just need to like vent or say the crazy dramatic thing, they're there and that's great. And it doesn't mean they don't also have good advice, but they don't necessarily have lived experience wisdom in relationships. So when it came to, thankfully, I have a lot of people in my life and did at the time that were married couples. That was my closest circle. And it was actually, I think when we'd kind of started dating the first time, he noticed that I was in a season in my life where I talked really highly about certain people, and oftentimes that being like my friends that were married and had children, or not even that, but just like in a certain group. But I was spending more of my time with this other group that, again, like not bad, but convenient because we're all the same age, we're all single, but it wasn't getting me closer to like the wisdom that I needed to be the person to have what they had. And so he brought that up to me. He was like, hey, you say all these people are important. And if that really is what you mean, then I would like to see you like make your actions match that, because that's important to me for us. And granted, we broke up for a time, but I think if I'm going for wisdom, I remember asking Samantha Weckenman, because I'm like, I knew Doug broke up with her on Valentine's Day one year, right? Wah, wah. And then they got back together and like they had this crazy story over like 3 years. And so the night we broke up, one of them, she came over for dinner and I was like, here's all my feelings, what did you do when you broke up? And she just was very straight with me. Like, you have to act like this is done, and maybe it's not, but like, she just like was very honest and straightforward. But I also knew there were people that loved and cared about him too, and wanted what was best for him. And I know everybody doesn't have that by default. So that was a long answer to say, like, I guess it depends on what you're looking for, but separate where you're getting your wisdom from versus just where you can like vent and chill.
Yeah.
I mean, vent up, but show me your friends. I'll show you your future. So that's who you want to be. And I would say, we talk to people all the time about how Jesus gives you that clean slate. Okay. So
Yeah.
when I was venting to my parents or to my sister about everything terrible about Emily in those seasons, and then all of a sudden when we were getting back together, I had to call them and say, hey, you've heard the worst about her and you have seen the worst from me.
Wow.
But I'm making this decision with like newfound clarity and power, love, and a sound mind. And this is the woman that I'm going to pursue for marriage. And I'd like you to have a clean slate and forgive and forget those things and welcome her in.
Yeah.
And that took a ton of vulnerability because, you know, like
Totally.
family's in your corner. And when you have a breakup, like
Yeah.
you go to your family and they only get one side of the story. So I say that because if you're caught in like a crap, I've told certain people certain things and now there's no going back and they're going to know this about them.
Yeah.
There is redemption and there is grace.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, because it is a fine balance in like living a secret life and not telling anybody anything.
Mhm.
And then you just do things or whatever, you know, you shouldn't because nobody knows. So you hide
Yeah.
it versus like everybody knowing everything all the time.
Totally.
So that is a weird balance
Yeah.
to find. I think, but simply back to like the friend question, it's like I remember hitting 30 and realizing how quick that had happened and like wanting to have a very intentional 30th birthday and being like, who do I want to invite? And I think half the people in my world aren't that.
Wow.
And so no, if I want like relationships either gonna happen to you or you get to like make it happen.
Mm.
And so I just started seeking out people that I like saw their lives, respected them, really thought highly of them, and like put myself out there to make sure I'm being around them more often, even if it
Yeah.
was like inconvenient
Mm.
because I have to, you know, drive 45 minutes on a Wednesday night to hang out with this person because that's when their kids go to bed
Yeah.
versus it would be easier to go drive 10 minutes to this, you know, happy hour.
Yeah.
But no, if this is
100%.
important to me, I have to bend to their schedule.
Uh-huh.
So
That's cool that you like surrounded yourself with people that were in the midst of something you wanted.
yeah.
I don't think a lot of young adults are really seeking out mentors in that way.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I just think that's really cool. How did you have the like exclusivity talk? Let's get practical here.
Mhm.
Young adults ask me the most practical. I think legitimately dating feels so in the air.
Yeah.
And I do think I hesitate sometimes from asking people to give like practicals and like black and white answers because
Yeah.
it feels reductive because everybody's so different.
Yeah.
But I do think like I lead a young adult small group and it
Yeah.
feels like all their questions are like really specific. Like, what questions do I ask? And is it too much pressure on the first date to
Yeah.
ask this or that? So, okay, I have a couple like, how do you have the like, are we exclusive talk or the let's end it talk
Yeah.
in a way that is like honoring and not pressuring?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And like
Yeah,
open.
Yeah.
that's a good question.
Like people legit don't know how to approach those conversations.
Yeah.
Don't ask Chat GPT how to do it. Be
Yes,
authentic
amen.
and
Yeah.
like speak your heart.
Yeah.
I really do think that it's going to sound like I'm being a turd,
Yeah.
but it's like, just ask. I think there's so many people that like, and we see it all the time and we like
Yeah.
have conversations with people all the time that are just like stuck in this cycle of, I don't know what we are. I don't know what this means. I don't know what they are. And I'm just like, freaking ask. You don't know because like the Bible literally says like, you have not because you ask not.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like, all you have to do is be like, hey, and I know it's scary. Like, so to everyone out there, like this is obviously scary and it's
Yeah.
nerve wracking because I don't think people are actually afraid to like put pressure on somebody. I think they're actually afraid to be rejected. And so if I just live in this, I don't know what it is, then it's at least not what I don't want it to be.
Wow.
But then that never gets you anywhere. So you're living in this limbo tension that's just very uncomfortable and anxiety inducing. And so I think now if it's the first date, like chill out a little bit, you know what I mean? Like give it some time.
Yeah.
But I think once you've been like going on dates with someone, I think it's safe to ask like, hey, we've been doing this just so you know, I'm enjoying you. I would like to know like what you consider this.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Am I the only person you're seeing?
Yeah.
Is that what you want out of this? Like, because if you really are confident in who you are, that's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Them rejecting you shouldn't send you into a spiral. And if it does, I'd be like, well, then you're not ready for a relationship.
Oh, wow.
That's great.
That is good. Following up on that, Ryan Weckerman hosted a singles conference this summer, and Pastor Doug spoke at it on a panel with him, and his challenge to all 900 people there who are single, he said, go and get rejected this week to realize it's not that bad and it's
Huh.
not that big a deal. Just go ask someone out, get rejected, and
Yeah.
realize, oh, I can do this. I can put my intention on the line, and I pick
Yeah.
myself up and move on.
And there's some people that have like, you know, on my worship team even or whatever that have like over the years like asked me out, and I've never, and I just think I've been this way. I've never had a problem just being like, oh my gosh, I'm so flattered, but no, thank you. Like, I'm not interested in that way. But hey, I respect the heck out of the fact that you were so bold as to ask me. That's very rare and that's refreshing.
Yeah.
And I'm
that's
flattered,
cool.
you know, and I'm like, and then it's on me to not let that be weird because they're going to
Yes.
feel awkward, of course.
Yes, of course.
But then if I just, the next time I see them, I'm like, hey, what's up? How's your week? Be normal. Like you have,
So
you just
good.
have more power over more situations than you think you do. And I think we fall victim to circumstances or things that just don't need to be weird,
I know.
That's great.
you know?
People run from it. It makes it worse.
Yeah. So I'm like, and I think too, when it comes to, like you said, being rejected, that feels crappy
Yeah.
for sure. But then when I flip it from the perspective of anybody I've ever said like, oh no, thank you to, I wasn't like, idiot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that guy's a loser.
And you didn't talk about them
No.
after, like,
No, which
Yes.
people do.
Them.
Girls
Yeah,
stop
no.
doing that.
Stop
right?
doing
like
that.
because the whatever guy that you were interested in over there that's not giving you 2 cents of attention, like if he did the same thing that this guy you're not attracted to did, like
Yeah.
you'd fall at his feet. But this guy's awkward just because he was like bold to ask you out.
Yeah.
You know?
That's so good. How do you break up with someone honorably? Since you guys have
Here's
done
what
it so
here's
many
what
times.
not to
I'm just
do.
kidding.
Walk into a room that the other person's in and say, I can't do this anymore.
While you're at work.
And then
No,
No.
way. That didn't happen.
no, it totally
Yeah, it did.
It totally did.
Like
yeah.
not on a weekend though, like maybe on like a
no,
Tuesday.
Yeah, on a Tuesday, but still.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We
It was
made a whole
actually
plan.
it was a Friday, I think. We
I
didn't-
think because there was very false nobility.
I had
and me
groceries I
being
had
like,
bought for our date night in the fridge. And I was
no.
like, guess I'll go home and eat this by myself.
It was like a Trader Joe's. What was it?
Okay, Davis.
She
It
still-
was Trader
She
Joe's.
still
Okay,
remembers
Davis.
the
It was
meal.
Trader Joe's.
Yeah, I know. Pesto,
It was the
ravioli or something.
It was the ravioli with like the cauliflower ravioli.
So once a year, you
stuff.
just like have a
Yeah.
solo.
Every time I eat this,
Just
I think we finally had that
It's
meal
called I
together
Can't Do This
recently, and I was
Anymore,
like, this is what I had
raviolis.
by myself.
I was
and I
like,
eat
this is
with
good. I should not have done that.
Oh my god.
this is good. Maybe I was just hungry.
Um,
We got derailed.
Okay, so that was the first.
How do you actually break up with someone?
How, not how,
How do you
Don't
break
do
up with
that.
someone well?
But how do you?
oh gosh. Okay, in there's tension in the waiting,
Yeah.
but in corporate, you fire fast. So you might have that impulse to break up, and you're like, oh, it's so honorable to do it,
Yeah.
like I did.
yeah.
But then it's also like this dance between, in the movie Moneyball, Brad Pitt asked Jonah Hill before he has to cut someone, like, would you rather take 1 bullet to the head or 5 to the chest? And now that's not the solution.
And I'm like, are those my only options?
yeah, right?
Can you like
Yeah.
euthanize me or something slowly?
Gosh, okay. We're,
This should be our new icebreaker.
The thing is it's just so challenging. My answer is that
Do you want
when
me?
you
Do you want me to pop
sometimes
in?
if you I've got something I'm getting to, but you go ahead.
Well, I can tell. Go for it. If you have it, go.
No, I just want to talk about after when you break up with someone
Yeah.
and you get through it really well, which Emily will tell you exactly how to do that step by step. Afterwards, set the boundary and do not try to be that person. You no longer have to support that person.
Okay.
You have caused them pain, or you've been in pain, and you no longer are responsible to care for them
yeah.
and insert yourself back into their life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Do you think people do that
Yes.
because they're guilty?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or that's like, there's still some comfort in it.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, I don't want the responsibility or the commitment, but I feel better because I'm not committed to you. And again, I don't think it's always malicious.
no.
I just think it's like, I feel anxious. I can't move forward, but like, I want to keep doing this because this feels fine. But it's like, that's not fair,
totally.
you know? And I think a lot of times, like, yeah, I'm checking on you. I want to make sure you're okay. But it's like, no, you're doing that because. So I think it really does take a high level of like self awareness
Yeah.
and like asking yourself and being honest with yourself about every move you try to make in regards to the other person. Like, why am I actually doing this?
Yeah. Because you don't want to be codependent. You don't want it's like,
No.
oh, I miss them like needing me.
Yeah.
Now I've created a situation where they need
Yeah.
me.
And I do
Yeah.
think breakups are just messy. It's not gonna, there's no like perfect way to do it, but it like, don't drag it out forever. Like we've had people that are like, well, I don't know, but we're supposed to go on our family trip this weekend. And it's like, then do it now.
Oh my
like, don't
gosh.
go, don't go on this family trip
Yeah.
and then you're going to be miserable and anxious and meet all the family and then do it afterwards. Like there's like a way to do it in a humane way.
Yeah.
You know, as much as it kind of sucks though, like obviously I love you, Samantha. Like that sucks that Doug did that to you on Valentine's Day, but there's part of me that's like good for him for not being like, well, I can't break up with her because it's Valentine's Day.
Seriously.
You know, that sucks.
Yeah.
Bad timing.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
also better than taking her out on a date and dumping her the next day. You know?
Yeah, no.
Because then it's like a carrot dangled that you're like, never mind.
Yeah.
So you just gotta rip the Band-Aid.
That's good. Rip the Band-Aid.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Jord, any cues? I've been steamrolling you.
No, it's
You're supposed
great.
to be my co-host.
I'm hearing these
tough.
stories and stuff, and I just like think back. And sadly, I've always been the one who gotten broken up with.
Oh no, Jord.
That shocks me actually.
I've broken up with one girl, and it was right before I met Brandy. And the reason we broke up is because she didn't have a relationship with Jesus. So it felt like it was a really easy, it was obvious reason for me to break up with her. But in the past, being broken up with is just like, oh, it's not you, it's me. And then they're giving me all these reasons on why they're not ready or committed, and there's like an insecurity on their end trying to like save my feelings.
But then they're in a relationship the next month.
Yes.
Oh,
basically.
Don't do
or
that.
like so much beating around the bush. When you said like the one bullet or the five, as scary as that visual is, like I would just want someone to be like honest, because the Bible talks to it. I mean, you can't blame them if they've never read the Bible before, but it talks about like the tongue is the power of life and death. Yeah. So how can you like honor a person and be straight up authentic and intentional about how to like let somebody down? Yeah.
And I think trying to keep what's very harmful, I think in this day and age too, is that I just don't think it's right now. Like that's like that's just so unfair. And you might mean it, right? Like even for us, there was a time where I think both of us were just like, it's not right now, but we don't know if it's gonna be. Yeah. But we have to actually treat it like it's done. Because if we don't feel what that actually feels like, then we're not gonna actually progress past this. And I think especially if you're the one, like, I don't know. I do remember telling you once. Because I think you were trying to be kind, to just cut it off very harshly, but I could tell like ways you had been acting towards me and then things that you said that you like didn't feel like didn't line up to me. Because I think you thought like, well, I can't leave her hanging and tell her I'm just confused and I don't know why. Or I'm anxious and I really care about you, but I don't know why I can't move forward right now. Yeah. Like, so he was just like, yeah, I just don't think we're a fit. And so it was very like, but I'm like, that doesn't make sense. So, and then I'm like feeling crazy. And I think especially as a female, you're like, I don't want to feel crazy. And it can go the opposite way too. So I'm like, whatever it is, like be truthful. Yeah. But then your actions after that matter. Yeah. You know, like, and I remember telling him once, I'm like, I'm tired. Like I had this like epiphany, I think, when we were in one of those conversations where I was like, you know what? I'm tired of feeling crazy because I felt one thing, but somebody said another thing. Yeah. And I have to take what you're saying as what's true, but please just give me the truth, because then I can set my own boundaries around your messy truth. Yes. But if I'm trying to set boundaries around not truth, then that just feels confusing. Like, let me be responsible for me. Tell me your truth and then do what you need to do for you. Yeah. But don't then try to take care of me because of your truth. And that sounds so messy and like, but relationships are messy.
People need to hear this talked about though. Yeah. Because they're in the thick of like, I mean, the relationship series, this will be like released during, is called Messy. Yeah. But what do you think about like leading on? Because you go, and then we'll go into
I think that's what I was. Oh yeah. I was leading on towards.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
See how that worked out so well.
Yeah. Great job.
Words.
It's a God thing.
Absolutely tremendous.
Oh, goodness.
Leading on.
Oh, guard your heart. Such a cheesy Christian phrase. Yeah. But I think as we were talking this week, like, sorry, with social media and with boyfriend privileges, girlfriend privileges, it's like guarding your heart.
Online dating.
Like guarding your heart does not mean isolation. Don't talk to anyone.
Yeah.
It just means truly like if you are not, what am I trying to say? If you're not ready for marriage, if you're not really actually ready and you just are looking for physical pleasure or someone to like a post on your Instagram.
Yeah. If you're just looking for affirmation.
That's not it.
Yeah.
and like guard the other person and don't lead them on when it's only for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And sometimes people don't know if they're ready. And I'm like, you got to try to find out.
Yeah.
But then if you find things along the way, like nobody's ever going to be perfectly ready.
Yeah.
And you figure that out together. But that's the thing. Like along the way, what you learn about yourself, like what do you do with what you learned about yourself to continue to better yourself, to get ready?
Yeah.
And there are things that you will only be able to get better at in relationship. But then there are some things that it's like, oh, you need to go heal some of that before you can actually work through things with another person.
Okay, maybe I'm a boomer at 30, and this might be like silly practical, sorry. But yeah, if you like start to date someone because you want to and you like them.
Yeah.
I'm like, delete every dating app right away.
So
do not even give it an option.
Yeah.
And then I'm so like, guys on Instagram, delete Instagram because you're gonna see stuff that you'll compare this person to, or you'll be tempted by whatever with lust. And it just is like, protect your own heart and truly commit to the person you are trying to be intentional with. And I think dating intentionally has so many more tangible steps to it now. To prove might be the wrong word, but to demonstrate. To demonstrate your intentionality. Because if you're gonna date someone and you keep your dating apps, like why? Then why?
Yeah.
If you're not willing to let go of those.
Yeah. One, to really circle back to leading on, I remember back 2019 when we because we did flirt a little, right? Like it wasn't as quick as it sounds in the bullet points. Like we hung out a few times. I would never say I think we had one official date. Like we like grabbed a beer or something, but like we would hang out in groups and like went floating and rode together. So like we were like texting a lot. Like, so there was like something happening, but we hadn't had the like, what is this?
Yeah.
And I remember feeling really guilty because I like liked it, but then there were times where I was like, like I don't know, like I couldn't see myself moving forward. But then he'd ask a good question about something, and I'd be like, oh, maybe. So I really was like in between. I remember talking to someone, and like I wasn't ready to let go of it, but I just was very confused. And I remember asking someone older than myself, like, I'm not telling her how I was feeling, and she just was like, okay. She's like, do you know for sure yet, like 100% that like it's not going anywhere, that you don't want it to? And I was like, no. And she was like, okay, as long as there's still curiosity, and he's not asking you to like name it, claim it, to be his girlfriend, then keep exploring it. You're not leading him on. She's like, but the second you know that like I don't ever see this person being my boyfriend, or at least not right now, she's like, and then you don't call it, then you're leading him on.
Yeah.
And so that was like clarity for me, because I think people think I've had other friends, a close friend of ours recently, we had a good conversation with, and she was like, I think I feel so much pressure to not lead somebody on that I won't go on a date with someone because I don't know if I like them. And I'm like, no, that's the point of dating, you know, because she's trying to be so good the other way, right? That it's like, no, you don't know. And that's the point. If there's an interest, then go. And after the first date, you're not interested, then don't go. But as long as there's a question mark there, keep pursuing. And at some point that question mark needs to turn into like, it needs to get more solid.
100%.
And if it doesn't, then back out and don't just keep doing it because it feels good, but you know it's not going anywhere.
No, that's such
But you
good
can't
advice.
know without trying.
Oh yeah. I think that you hit it on the head. People don't they put so much pressure on dating of like, well, I need to know that that's my husband or my wife. And it's like, wait.
Yeah, that's what dating's for.
Getting to know someone cannot handle that pressure. Like in the moment, like, oh, are we getting, but I see girls and guys going on a few dates and then being like, no, and then cutting it off. And then they'll throw around though, like, oh, they led me on. And I'm like, no, like, I think they just realized after the 3 days, I don't know.
And I think that's easy for the ego that's bruised to like film or like flip the narrative to like, I was villainized versus, or not villainized, victimized. Other than like somebody, like I just wasn't somebody's cup of tea, and that's okay.
Yeah, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, that's so helpful, guys. The gals in my group are going to love this. Maybe the boys, I don't know. Okay, back to, let's touch on this because you mentioned it, and then I have some funny things at the end. Okay. If you're already dating, and then maybe you found Jesus and they didn't. I see this a lot, especially working at Red Rocks, where we get like people coming and becoming like couples will come, and one couple will be like, I got Jesus saved me, like I'm following him, and then the other one is like not in it. what do they do? Like, do you immediately cut it off? Like, cause you're already dating. This is like not an easy question. I just was like, it popped into my brain because I feel like it's common. Do you have conversations about it?
Yeah.
What does that look like?
Because a lot of people can go into a relationship like this saying like, oh, like I will change them, or they have such good intentions.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I think you should never like what you said, like I would never I think don't enter it.
Yeah.
I agree.
If you're not on the same page.
What
It
if
does
you're
get very complicated. If you're married already and find Jesus, then like, yeah, you stay married.
Yeah.
And that's where there's like scripture, I don't know exactly where, that it's like maybe the husband who doesn't believe because of the wife's faithfulness will come to believe.
Yeah.
But that's not like go get married, unequally yoked.
What
like
if they're dating?
If they're dating, it's so complicated,
I
right? Because I'm
know.
like, I want to be like, well, how long have you been dating? What is the relationship? What does that look like?
Yeah.
Because my spirit wants to be like, if you really do want to follow Jesus and the Lord has called you and you're stepping into that, and they don't like have the conversation, obviously.
Yeah.
But if they're not, then yeah.
I would think it's a conversation or a realization is like, before I entered the picture, were they pursuing Jesus? Not where are they at with their relationship with Jesus.
Yeah, that's a different
but
thing.
Are they pursuing Jesus? Because that's where Brandy and I were. We were on very different levels, but we were both
pursuing
God, wanting to know him more, wanting that deeper relationship.
Yes.
And we're able to like obviously make that the center of our relationship.
Yeah.
But I think so many people are like pulling their significant other, like, come on, you'll love this.
Yeah.
Doug's preaching tonight. You'll want to go this time. Or
and I can tell you
we
in a
can
marriage,
go get dinner after. Like you're just trying to like do everything you can to like get them as excited about the Lord as you are.
Yeah.
But eventually they're going to get tired of being pulled and you're going to get tired of pulling.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That's
such a
really good.
image.
Yeah. You know, I don't think, like you said, that's such a good point too. Like, I think people think you have to be at the same place in your faith too. And it's like, not necessarily. You just both have to be pursuing at the same rate
Yeah.
for yourself.
Interesting.
You know, and I think that's why for us in 2019, we were not equally yoked. Like we both loved Jesus, but like you were still deciding what is that walk going to look like for you. And I had been in ministry for 6 years.
That's interesting.
You know, and so like we made great friends though.
Yeah.
Because like he loved church, he was building the parking team, like, and I think even at that time we say all the time like would have had boundaries that he would have respected, but I don't know that they would have been the same in any other relationship. And so for me it's like, would our boundaries on certain things, especially physical or whatever, be the same in any relationship we're in?
Yeah.
You know, and that's tough because I'm like, especially if you love someone, you can love someone and they don't know Jesus.
Totally.
So that's it's easy to sit here on this podcast and be like, yeah, you should break up. And I know that's a much more emotionally difficult thing.
No, I mean, practically, if two people go to Red Rocks, YA, one of them gets like, oh, this is cool. I'm feeling like a pull towards Jesus and want to learn more. And the other's like, I don't know yet. I think there's a great amount of volunteers and team members and people to seek counsel for that aren't going to like throw everything about scripture towards you. And here's how you decide, but just like easing you into, okay, you are walking with Jesus. Let's learn about discernment and Holy Spirit but slowly while you're dating and just let things happen. It's not an overnight decision.
That's good. You're not all of a sudden ready to make that decision.
Yeah. It's seeking counsel. From
the Lord is Ryan said it this weekend so many times, like, the Lord is my shepherd. The Lord is my shepherd. The Lord is my shepherd. Yeah. And I don't think the shepherd's just going to like grab the sheep and like yank it. Totally. You know, like there's a little bit more, unless it's like in grave danger. Yes. But it's like, there's a bit more of a gentle guiding than that. And so it's like, okay, I think the first thing is the fact that you're having that question, sit with the question. Yeah. Like, and let that be the next step is like, okay, I'm going to open my mind to this question of maybe this isn't the person for me. And I'm going to start talking to God about it. Yeah. Like you said, that's great. Yeah. Like, or wise counsel about it.
Yeah. Wise counsel.
Do not pursue relationships in a vacuum. Like any of them. I think that's like a big lesson. Yeah. Like ask questions, like let there be space, get advice. Like, seek
and for
God.
the other person, if they don't know Jesus, but like you guys have been intimately committed. Yeah. For especially if you've been together for a while, like that would be kind of harsh overnight. Yes. To just be like, now all of a sudden bye. Totally. Like there's more relational equity there than that to like take time to like explore that and have those conversations and do that the right way
And
over
are
the
you
right time, and that's
honoring
different.
them.
Yeah.
Are you honoring Jesus and how
Yeah,
you're
and how you-
navigating
yeah.
it? Yeah. Okay, I have like 2 more questions. You guys are so fun. Okay, great. Let's talk about I want you to answer this too. How did you know your person was the one? Like, when were you like, oh, because marriage is,
Yeah.
I mean, come on, till death do us part.
Yeah.
Like, for me, I'm not married. I've been in like 13 weddings, and I've seen like 5 divorces in my household growing up. So when my friends got married really young, and I heard them say like, till death do us part, I literally was like on the side. I was like, oh my gosh, like, this is like anyone else. Like, I'm looking around, I'm like, anyone else? No one thinks that's crazy. So I think we're all older, and so you've been married 10 months, 2 years, 3 years,
4
almost
tomorrow.
4. Yeah.
4. When did you know they were the one? Did all of your reservations and doubt about them go away? Did all of their red flags, beige flags immediately become green? Like, what was that process? Mentally, spiritually?
You want to go for you? One of you guys?
Yeah, that's a good question. Chris.
Sure. Yeah. I realized when I walked into the same room as Emily, or something happened in my life, I always sought her attention, her affection, and her approval, and her affirmations. She was like the only person I was seeking these from.
Yeah.
When I had a hard meeting at work, or had to make a tough decision, or made a joke, I wanted her to laugh the most.
Yeah.
I was looking for everything. And that sounds like I'm seeking validation, but I had enough confidence in my walk with the Lord that was like the person I wanted to partner with in all of those moments.
Yeah, totally.
And yeah.
Yeah. And
That's when you knew?
Yeah. Is that when you knew? That's how you knew?
Yeah.
I'm an overthinker by default, and hence the breakup, get back together, breakup, get back together. That was both of us a little bit. But I think in our time apart, I was able to see clearly, same thing he said, like, even when we weren't together and that was like hurtful that we weren't, I still like respected him always.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean that like there aren't things about him that like get on my nerves or like annoy me or like, ugh, whatever. But I think there's a difference in like that and like quirks and human imperfections and in like red flags, you know? So I don't think there were ever red flags. Maybe like back in 2019.
Yeah.
But like once we were together, like there weren't red flags ever.
Yeah.
It just was more of the question of like, okay, do I want this to be the person? Like, would my life be better? Could we do more and go farther together than we could separately? And it was the first time in my life I was like, actually, I think yes.
Wow.
I actually think this makes me better, and I'm able to do more both in ministry and in life because of us together than I could by myself. And I had really known, like, again, being in ministry a long time by myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know I can do this. I don't need, but
Yeah. That's so good.
We were joking about this because I remember in 2019 first liking Emily and asking my dad, could it ever work? Because she likes country music. So like, I don't think like that is how, that was my baseline. So I don't know.
And I was so like, what was it, like very shallow too at one point because I was trying to get him to change his wardrobe because I was like,
I remember that.
Yeah, I was like, he only wears like shorts, black jeans, and band t-shirts, and you know,
that's what I'm wearing today.
I just never now it's like I love you and I love everything about you and all of your quirks, and I wouldn't want you any other way than you. Like, I'm attracted to all of you, but I just never thought, you know, little small town Missouri me thought she would be with ska punk.
You wanted a
skater
little cowboy
boy.
hat.
Yeah.
You were in Texas looking
skater
for a
boy
cowboy
tattoos coming in on Heelys at 30.
Just get like a cowboy tattoo or something.
Sure.
You can find a spot for it.
Probably has one somewhere,
On the
honestly.
elbow.
Yeah. I'm running out of real estate. Go ahead, Jordan.
My answer is very similar to yours, actually. For most of my life, I felt like I could just do everything on my own and I could survive. But I felt like when I started to date Brandy and we were doing we're on separate career paths. I finally realized what thriving looked like when we were doing our jobs, when we were pursuing God. I'm like, I can pursue God by myself. Like I can have my own relationship with Jesus. She could have hers. But when we started to do it together and go on, during COVID was our entire relationship.
Yeah.
So these deep, intimate 3-hour long walks about our life and our upbringing and what we want for our future. Like, that's when I started to realize, like, this is what thriving feels like.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even when we had disagreements, it wasn't attacking, and I didn't feel like I had to put like up a defense,
Yeah.
but I could have like a conversation with her.
Yeah.
And that's when I'm like, you know what? Like, this just feels so healthy and feels so natural.
Yeah.
Like, that's when I knew, like, I can and will be with you forever. It was such a different feeling and connection than I had with anybody else before her.
Yeah.
And that's when I knew.
Well, it's like you didn't need them to survive. You wanted them so you could thrive.
Yeah.
And I think though that is like the need to survive, I think you'll crush each other under your expectations.
But did every single doubt or fear go away when we got engaged? No.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
like, and I remember, but I was never like unsure about him.
Totally.
But I think the idea of marriage is terrifying because it's like forever. And it's like, but could I picture myself without you? Would I be fine? Well, this is forever. Like, it is a choice.
Totally.
You know,
People
like,
need to be honest about that though.
And there's so many things. And again, I have an awesome therapist, but she was like, have you ever been 100% sure about any big decision you've made? Like, she's like, when you moved to Austin, were you 100% sure? And I was like, no. Like, I said yes, but then I was like, oh God, I hope that's right. Or I don't know. Like, and she was like, and then the fruit and the certainty came from seeing the fruit.
Totally.
That she was like, so are you at least like above 50%? I'm like, oh yeah, at least like 90, you know?
great.
And she's just like, okay, then the other 10 will come with the yes.
Totally.
And the commitment. She's like, we're below 50. Let's like have some more conversations, you know? But like, if it's a high percentage of certainty, odds are in your favor.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. As we run out of time, the phrase that Brandy, Jordan's wife, said to me early on that I tell everyone in every pastoral meeting about relationships or not is that there's freedom and commitment. And it's like those 3 words. 4, there's freedom in commitment. A lot of syllables. Okay.
7 syllables.
7 syllables. Completion. Yeah. When you commit, you just like your real estate for or in your brain for comparison goes away. And when you're experiencing the doubts, but you are committed already, is so freeing. And so, I don't know, there's so much joy to be found in that.
Brandy did also give me peace because I asked her, were you 100% sure? And she's like, no. She said
Okay, go
she
on.
loved you, but she was just like, she's like, oh no, I was terrified. She's like, I remember on my wedding day being like, well, I hope this is the right decision. And after
It's like,
she was like, and thank God it was, you know. But I just remember being so comforted by her being like, she's like, oh God, no. I remember my wedding day being like, well, I hope this is right.
Jordan's just on the dance floor.
I'm enjoying like
sending it in Brandy's.
Starbucks an hour before walking down.
That is
Yeah.
the
Just
funniest.
chilling.
Sure, Starbucks.
It was Jordan's face right there. It's so good. Okay. You guys are amazing. I have 2 like closing icebreaker questions. Okay. We're going to go back real practical.
Okay.
Dating. What's helpful for guys to know about girls in dating?
Yeah.
Just like, I'm talking like at the date. Like
yeah.
what is helpful?
Okay.
And then what is helpful for girls to know about guys? So maybe at the date or in the process.
Yeah. Girls are looking for intentionality.
Uh-huh.
I think it doesn't need to be expensive, at least for me, but it's like, I want to know you thought about it.
Yes. And ask a follow-up when you ask a question. Ask a follow-up question to the question.
Just communicate.
That goes a long, long way.
Yeah. Communication. Like, this was great. Do you want to do this tomorrow? Or I'll call you tomorrow. Or, you know, just like being clear.
Clear.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Clarity and not to generalize that all men are the same.
No.
All women are the same. So no, but the questions.
Yes.
Boys like to be asked questions too.
Mhm.
And that
Yes.
follow-ups and shared interest in. Because we, you know, if we're like taking a girl out,
Yeah.
we're going to
Mhm.
ask them questions and kind of
Totally.
lean in. And we're sensitive. We want to feel like
yeah.
we're interesting as well.
Mhm.
No,
That's good.
I'm not a generalizer of that, but just any tips. Yeah, because I think you're right. Sometimes if the guy's doing all the initiating and then the girl's just like, buy me things, ask me things, like that sucks too.
And also, guys, push yourself to say more. If you're a bullet point person,
yeah.
push yourself to give the quote unquote girl details
Hmm.
because then it's not fair to
And sometimes I have to give him bullet points and just give like Brandy the paragraphs. You know what I mean? Because I got to help his brain.
Yeah.
He doesn't not love me
a lot.
because he doesn't have the capacity to hear all 500 of my words all the time.
Do you just like AI? How do I
Yeah.
submit the
Oh yeah, I
paragraph?
should just start talking to chat before I talk to you. Summarize this
No,
for
don't
Chris.
do that.
Don't do it.
Okay, sweet guys. Anything else? Any last little nuggets?
Okay, Emily preached at youth a couple weeks ago, and she said, when I was pursuing the Lord and Chris was pursuing the Lord, and we ended up just holding hands together while we pursued the Lord, that was where like our relationship really blossomed because we
Yeah.
weren't pursuing each other.
Yeah.
It was like we truly were just going towards Jesus and holding hands. We did it. So similar to what you said, Jordan, that like, I don't know where it is in 1st or 2nd Corinthians where Paul's like, woe to those who are married, like serve the church. But Ryan's book, Single Today, like serve the church, be invested in the church and overflow out of that.
Yeah. And if that's what you want, you have to put yourself in a position to get that.
Yeah.
Like you can't say, I want somebody who is XYZ, but I'm going to go out like to the bars every night
Yeah.
and like search there. It's like
Yeah.
if you're not serving in a church, plugging in, doing you, like
Yeah.
you're not going to bump into that person
Yeah.
because they're not out there.
Oh
you know?
yeah.
Mhm.
That's so good.
But it does
Position.
take longer sometimes.
Position and proximity.
So.
That's so good when it comes to figuring out who you want to be
Ooh.
with.
Position,
position of
proximity,
your heart?
patience.
Oh, Emily, come
Oh,
on.
wow. And they all start with P.
You guys, we just wrote a sermon. Like,
Wow.
Relationships are so messy.
I know.
Gosh.
Position, proximity,
Posture.
patience. Here's how we're
Posture,
gonna
that's good too.
close. Guys, thanks for being on. Love you
Yeah.
guys a
Thanks for
ton.
having us.
We'll have to have you back out. Stay tuned.
Come to the Colorado.
We need to have a singles conference
Come
or
to
something.
Texas.
You can talk. I don't know.
Wow.
We'll get you back out. Don't worry about it. Okay. All right, guys. Say if you want to, message these people. I don't know. Follow them on Instagram. Go visit the Austin campus. Say hi
Yes.
to Emily and Chris. They're running around doing a lot of things, but they would love to talk to you. And then Jordan, go visit Jordo at Arvada.
Come to Arvada. The
Yeah.
Rad Arvad.
It is my favorite campus.
It is a fun one.
Just
I
kidding,
love it.
but it is. We are just a room in the house of Red Rocks Church. And so if you guys are listening to this and you're like, wow, why is my thing? I'd encourage you, yes, go on Thursdays at 7 at the Lakewood campus, but please, please, please come to one of our buildings on the weekend. We only exist because Red Rocks Church exists. And so we have services at all of our locations, Lone Tree, Park Meadows. Is it Lone Tree or Park Meadows?
I guess it's Park Meadows is in Lone Tree.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Littleton, Arvada, and Lakewood. Services are Saturday at 5 and then 8, 10, and 12 on Sunday. We love you guys. And just crush your life this week.
Come
God
on.
bless. Okay,
Amen.
bye.